workshop today is nothing. I'm just going to show you around. So welcome to the new workshop. It contains pretty much the same things as the old one, but after running that one for a good few years, I decided this time to build it better. You'll be forgiven for thinking I've relocated, but I haven't moved far at all. Just next door. So I built this inside a 4x3 metre wooden shed. It actually came as a flat pack garden building, just a big pile of sticks. And this model is the Daft Badger from Dunster House. The beauty of this workshop is I won't have all the dust and mess off the other activities that go on, all that machining and welding and spray painting. Keep it off my equipment. I need good lighting to do this job. I've got 8 LED batten lamps in here, and every one of them can be turned off independently with these local switches. I've built a brand new workbench. The worktop is 3 metres long and 1.2 metres deep, so you can get the long instruments on there. The base is made in 3 parts. At the back is a pair of wooden benches. They are 1.5 metres wide by 600mm deep, and the front of the bench is supported by welded steel frames. Much smarter. The upper shelving is 28mm kitchen worktop. Each one's spaced by a welded steel frame, about 250mm tall. And the bottom upright steelworks are 400mm tall, so I can get more equipment underneath. And I've improved the test socket arrangement. It's a bit smarter now. Underneath the workbench is a 1.5 kVA isolation transformer. That's isolated by here. The output from the isolation transformer goes into this variac, so I can adjust the voltage right from 0 all the way to about 250 volts. And the output goes to these dim bulbs, which are just standard incandescent light bulbs. I think one's about 100 watts and the other's 200 watts, but I do have the option to bypass them. I'm now running 3 soldering irons. Got the standard soldering iron with the desoldering gun, and these surface mount tweezers. All powered off these Metcal stations. Great things they are. The hot air station now lives on the top shelf, out of the way. I've had to do a bit of tube management there to stop it kinking, because I do need it to reach both benches, so I've used a spring. I've even improved the microscope. Look how smooth that is. The biggest improvement here is this pole that's actually fastened to this bench and up the top there, so it doesn't lean over. And I've even managed to sneak some extraction in here. So on the rare occasion that I don't like solder fumes, I can suck them away. I even upgraded the chairs. These are a lot better, like £250 each, but very comfy. And this corner makes a convenient little workstation for the computer. And I do still have the same cordless screwdriver. Now I have recently been speaking to Kate Brookhart about this very screwdriver. And I can tell you that I actually got it from a supermarket, an Aldi supermarket, and it was very cheap. That's why I picked it up. I never appreciated how good it was until I started using it. I mean, it's very simple. Just pull the trigger, got 2 directions, and got little LED lights on there, which they're not much use to be honest. But its best feature is this offset shaft. It's right at the top, so you can really get into corners with it. But they appear to have stopped making them like this, or at least selling them. There's other brands that have done similar ones, but they're all out of stock. So, a bit of a tough deal. On another note, I'd like to wish Neil Saunders a happy birthday next week. I don't know what Kate's getting you, but it won't be this. I've got plenty of component storage in here as well. There's over 500 little drawers in here, and that'll take a lot of labelling. I've smartened up some of the storage as well, bought some nice wooden boxes. I wanted some smart drawers to put my screwdrivers in and things like that. I didn't want to make one, so I bought one. The only problem is I couldn't find exactly what I wanted, so I bought this and cut the lid off. I even bought some proper test lead racks to try and organise all this stuff. And more cable racks for audio leads and oscilloscope probes. I've mounted the thermal paste dispenser on the wall, out of the way, and even made a little drip tray to catch any nasty drips. That stuff gets everywhere. I've also got some brand new camera equipment, so I can do things like change the lenses. Couldn't do that with the other one. That camera lens is quite heavy, so it needs quite a sturdy tripod, which does limit how close you can get into things. I'm keeping the Sony ZV-1 camera because it's quite small and light, and it fits nicely on this modified microphone boom stand. And that's how I get those tight-in shots of the oscilloscopes. Nice. Because you couldn't do the same with that tripod, it would just be in the way. It's not the widest of spaces, and to help with video production I've actually put a camera mount on the wall so I can film the intros easily. I've also added a 4-channel video switch so I can just switch between 4 different cameras. So I've got one camera here, another one aimed at the oscilloscope, this is the microscope camera, and this is actually a Windows PC, so I can display all sorts of things. This will be great for live streaming, and I can even do weird fade effects. Look at that. So as you can see, the new workshop is better set for making YouTube videos and has the capability of live streaming, which reminds me. A couple of weeks ago I asked you all the question. I asked you if you thought it would be a good idea if I was to do a live workshop, a time travel through history of electronics, and you all seem to agree. So we've got 90 years of history to digest, which is quite a lot, so I'm going to divide it into 3 sessions. And they're all going to be live. The first one starts on the 9th of June, 6 PM British summertime. And that's going to start in the 1930s when electronics was really in its infancy. Part 2 will be on the 11th of June, again 6 PM British summertime. We'll be looking in the 1960s to see the rapid development of the transistor and the effect that it had. And Part 3 will conclude the series on the 13th of June. We'll be looking at the ever-shrinking world where everything's getting bigger, better, faster, smarter. So that's the journey I'm going to take you on, and it's going to be done online on the Zoom platform, so you can watch it from anywhere in the world. And if you miss one of the sessions, you can just watch the recording at your convenience. You'll find a link that's going to explain how this all works and far more information in the comments and in the description for this video. And it's also where you can reserve your seat. Don't worry if your plans change and you can't make it. You can of course have a full refund. You just need to let me know before it starts on the 9th of June. So with all that said, I hope you're as excited as I am about this, and I hope to see you online. Catch you later.